All right, YouTube, it's me, David Harry, your favorite YouTuber and vlogger. And in this video, I'm doing an audio example for one of my good YouTube buddies, who is Jon Lensman. And what I'm doing here is just to give Jon an example of what the DJI Mic Mini MK1 sounds like with a Hero camera. In this instance, this is a Hero 11. Now, I've also got a good friend over here, Gaza. Oh, wait, there, you can't see him on that camera, that's pointing at me, but this one will show you. There's Gaza there. So Gaza's brought one of his cameras out, and so I'm going to use that camera just so you can see what's going on and stuff like that. Anyway, so this video is for Jon. However, other people may find this one useful. So what I've got here is my usual GoPro rig, and I will do some close-ups on this camera in a second. So that's just a GoPro inside of, like, you know, a Ulanzi cage, and then it's got like the little like compartment at the bottom. Oh, do you know what? I might as well be showing you as I'm talking about it. So as we can see there, my GoPro is inside of this Ulanzi like cage thing, and then in the bottom we've got the space there to put the GoPro 3.5mm mic adapter in. Now, of course, we could be using a media mod here, but I just find that this system, even as bulky as what it may appear to be, is a little bit more useful to me compared to a media mod. So anyway, what we do then, we use the receiver, like the big receiver, as it were, from the Mic Mini. Now, when I say big receiver, we also have the option of a small USB-C receiver. However, as far as I'm aware, none of the Hero cameras are class compliant compatible, so therefore we can't use a USB-C anything on them. Hence why we have to use these stupid blocks still, or a media mod. But as we can see, there is the setup there and stuff, and hopefully this has all been in focus and we've got some decent exposure going on. Now, what I'm going to do is just to explain quickly to Jon, you know, what the levels are and stuff like that. And like I say, you know, this video is for Jon, but other people may find it useful. So what I've done, I've put the Hero into line level mode as far as, like, you know, the audio settings are concerned for when you're using, I mean, it still refers to this interface as a media mod, because it's stupid. Right, so I've got it in line level mode, and then on the actual, like, you know, receiver, I don't know if we'll be able to see it here, I've actually got that on plus 12. Oh, I might be screwing up here with minimum focus distance, and that's even if I've got the finger in the right position. But that knob there, which is basically an attenuator or a gain, that's set then to plus 12. So basically I'm avoiding using the mic preamp with inside of, like, you know, the media mod or the 3.5mm mic adapter. So hopefully I'm getting the cleanest signal possible. Because the other thing as well, when you use any of the mic settings, it does kind of get quite aggressive with limiting, but in line level with the right level going in, and I'm assuming this is the right level going in, we can avoid some of that nastiness that you get with, like, AGC and limiting and stuff, which we will inevitably get with GoPros when you put a microphone in too hot when it's set to microphone. Now, of course, what I've also got here are two microphones. So me and Gary are going to have a little bit of a chat, Gary, because I would like the world to know what it sounds like with two microphones.
Okay, this is what it sounds like with two microphones. You're going to pan them hard left and right?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, they are panned hard left and right. Actually, that's a point to make as well. The microphones are panned hard left and right as they go in, and that's just basically something that the GoPro would do. And also the output from the receiver is set to hard pan left and right. So in the recording, they are hard pan left and right, but in post, what I will have done would be to center them and then re-level them, because I think my voice is probably a bit louder than yours.
Maybe.
And then add like a limiter and stuff, just so I can get to the -14 LUS for YouTube and stuff like that.
We're also getting some sound off mic as well. We're getting some burst.
Okay, so quick jump cut, because, and you know, I'm trying not to swear in this video, but the problem is when you use a GoPro, you know, there is a tendency to swear a lot when using a GoPro, because the GoPros normally do something that's going to piss you off, which is what's just happened, because the GoPro just cut off and it started moaning about the SD card. Now, this SD card is being used on loads of different GoPros. It's a V30 card. And it was saying to me, yeah, you need a V30 card. And it's like, come on, you stupid prick. There's a V30 card inside you. Why are you still complaining? So, okay, so the GoPro crashed again. So I'm going to have to be quick with this take. But what it is, Gary's now in front of the camera with me. I think we'll probably just focus on his Lumix there and just leave the GoPro just doing whatever it does. As long as it doesn't crash again, because it crashing means that we don't get any audio because the audio is being recorded to the GoPro. Anyway, can you think of something to talk about that might sound useful?
Well, you're saying you're having problems with the card in it and you're saying it's a V30. Have you checked its authenticity as a V30?
Well, you know, when you say have I checked its authenticity, what I have done is used it in numerous different devices, recording at much higher bit rates than what the GoPro is capable of. So I would say, as far as authenticity is concerned, the fact that it doesn't screw up on anything else at much higher bit rates, I'm saying there's nothing wrong with the SD card. See the way I avoided the F word then?
Yeah.
I know.
Did really well.
I'm doing great.
So, I mean, it's just, this is just a thing I hear constantly about these GoPros. Just drop-in sessions, you know, errors on recordings and stuff. And you'd think after how many years have they been out now? 20?
Oh, 5,000 years or something.
So many,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Why are they still having that problem?
Yeah, I mean, they must be so far along with their, you know, development teams and, you know, why do they still keep having these problems? It can't be issues with storage, can it?
No, it's definitely not that. Right, I've just thought as well, something really practical to talk about because of this issue. And what happens is, when you have these issues, they're always in the back of your head. You're always aware that when you've got a GoPro, this could happen. And what that leads you to do is to do things in a particular way, which is not how you want to do them. So as for instance, right now, I'm thinking to myself, how do we cut this shorter just so that the GoPro doesn't screw up again? Do you know what I mean? No, but that's a serious point.
Yeah.
When the GoPros mess about like that, it does alter how you use them because you, in the back of your head, look, putting it bluntly, you're shit scared in case the thing fucks up. Do you know what I mean? In whatever way that it's going to do that, you know. And also, if you were somebody, say, doing moto vlogging and stuff like that, where that's like on your helmet and you've got gloves and whatnot, what are you going to do then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even if you were aware that it had screwed up, you've got to stop your bike, you've got to take everything off, you've got to, you know, do whatever. You know, it's an absolute mess, you know. Anyway, enough of that. This has just been an example of just two people in front of the camera talking nonsense. I think should we call it a day? Because I need to sit off and have some food.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, then, yeah, thanks very much for watching the video. And hopefully, John, this has been useful to you. And for anybody else who's come across it, do you want to say goodbye, Gary?
Bye, Gary.
And you do that. I'm David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now. That was okay, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's fine.